So we're planting up not only some annual herbs, which they can grow a season, but they don't withstand our winters. But I'll be planting a perennial herb down in a lower bed. I have several of those that we'll talk about. But my perennial herbs that come back are my oregano, my mint, my bee balm, my lavender, and then I have some English thyme that I'll be planting down there. But up here in my little portable pot, I'm putting in my Italian basil, my Italian parsley, and cilantro. And the other thing I'm going to try this year too, because cilantro goes to seed or bolts very quickly, but I like the seeds. The coriander is a really nice seed to use in several recipes. One of my favorites is a nut recipe that I use. So I like to let this go to seed, but I've never tried growing it myself from seed, but it sounds like it's pretty easy. And I'll be doing that in this pot as well. But first of all, let's go ahead and get my basil planted. I love an herb pot. We cook from the kitchen. Our kitchen's right inside the door off the deck. Reggie grills here, so all season long. And because he built this and it's on wheels, even October, November, December, if the weather's really nice, I can just roll this in under the roof here if we have frosts or a real dip in the temperature. So anyhow, when I'm planting, this is just regular potting soil. And through the summer, I always do, I do fertilize, the liquid fertilizer. And I use a lot. These are the herbs I use a lot. I love basil. It's not Reggie's favorite, but I love it. I love it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And of course, parsley is just a favorite, which I think you do like the parsley.
I use that a lot.
I know you use that a lot. But everyone should have an herb pot, whether you start yours from seed or buy these nice plants. And you can cut on them all summer. In fact, the more you cut on them, the better they are. And then my cilantro right here, which I love cilantro.
Yeah.
I know. It's a nice plant. Come on out of there, buddy.
Don't you just hate it when plants don't cooperate?
Oh, no. Kind of like we humans. Let me get this container over here. I like to save all those 4-inch containers. So the cilantro is going to go right in here. And it smells so good. It smells delicious. And all of these are sun-loving. And they will go right against the fence here. But I thought this is so much nicer to do this in the shade. And then all I've done here in my soil with these cilantro seeds is you want to plant these just a 1/4 inch deep. And you can plant these every 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm thinking, in about 3 to 4 weeks, the cilantro may start to go to flower. If I can get the pack open, shouldn't be this hard. There we go. And they're nice big seeds. Yay. So I'm going to plant these straight across here.
Could we save the seeds when it goes to flower?
Oh, I have.
Oh, I know. No, I mean we have, because we use those and we grind them up and we make.
I do. I save the seeds. Yeah.
But could we save them for replanting? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about. I'd have to read about that. So I'm going to plant these. I don't know. I can always thin them out. We shall see. And what I may do, because I use a lot of cilantro, is, and I'm just covering it up a little bit with soil, and I'm going to water everything in. I could add another little row here. I doubt if I will do that right now. We'll see what.
Need that much cilantro.
I don't know if we'll need that much, but I have friends,
friends
who might like it. And I'm going to set my seeds here in the pot. Let me just water that in while I'm thinking of it. Gently, where the seeds are. I'll put a little stick in there too, so I can remind myself. And what you'll find, your herb pot, when it's in the sun, it can dry out a lot quicker than your other pots.
What about that little basil back there?
This one's going to go as a gift or in my flower bed down at the lower end.
I see.
Now,
Okay.
what I'm putting in this pot, I've never grown dill before. And thanks to Barb, she gave me dill seeds from her plants. And I love dill. I love the flavor and I love the flowers on the dill. Pretty yellow flower and great to bring in the ladybugs, and your swallowtail butterflies like to lay their eggs on them and feed their young a little bit. So I'm going to plant these seeds, I think not too deep. And I'm also going to take some of these little dill seeds and put them out in my flower bed too, because I really do like the flower and the little fern leaf. Here's the seeds, Reg. I should show you what they look like.
Oh my goodness, they're really small.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to plant them. And again, I can always thin them out. I've never planted dill seed before, so I'm going to plant a few more. I'd rather have too many than not enough. And like I said, I'm going to throw these in the perennial border. And now I'll just take a little bit of soil. I gave a lot of these away. She gave me a nice bag full. And this is just potting soil. And we'll see how quickly these germinate. It's, again, a sun lover. Just like that. Yay. Let's get this watered in and put it in the sun. And the smell of a dill is wonderful. So I'm just going to roll this one out. I love these carts Reggie made for me. The one on the lower deck is going to be the house for tomatoes. Anything that rolls, I love. This one's on rollers too with my dill. So we'll go down and I'll show you how easy it is to plant the English thyme. We're down by the rain barrel. And in this garden, I'm putting some thyme only because in the winter, when I need thyme, I'm a little lazier. I don't want to go down by the rose bush and get it. So I thought I'd put another pot up here. And if English thyme is a wonderful savory herb, and it's delicious in applesauce. Every year I make some homemade applesauce. And I have a recipe where you just take several little sprigs, throw them in with the applesauce, take, of course, the sprigs out, and it adds such a flavor. Just an FYI. Otherwise, thyme is good on everything. It does like well-drained organic soil, and so I'm putting it here on the corner. These are daffodils that are done blooming, but that's my lavender. It's coming back nicely. So I'm going to stick it right in here. This soil looks pretty good, but I am going to add a little more compost to this soil. Herbs are so nice. They smell good. They look good. They're, and if you do flower arrangements, they smell good in a flower arrangement.
Move that bucket there, honey.
Oh. So I'm just putting it in the soil at the same level that it came out of the pot. And I'm going to add a little more soil. I meant to do that when I put it in there. I'm not adding any biotone to the soil. I think it likes just your compost soil, composted soil, and that's my compost. Keep it watered, but not soggy. And so there we have it. I have my herbs for the season. If you grow rosemary, you'd have to bring it in. And I don't grow sage. My neighbor does, so I'm not going to try and do that because I can get into Jim's.
Rosemary, not sage.
Rosemary. No, I don't do rosemary or sage because I don't use that much rosemary. But if you had it, you'd have to grow it in a pot so you could take it in through the winter month. But anyhow, that is your perennial herbs and your annual herbs, and we're set for summer. So get out and get yourself an herb pot. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.